Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long Boys Blues, 1975. A YouTuber on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long Boys Blues, 1975.
This is Fairlight, a prelude on the ZX Spectrum released by Edge in 1985. So this is the same year as Night Law, also released on the Amstrad and, surprisingly, also released on the Commodore 64, which wasn't normally the case with isometric games because of the speed of the processor. So yeah, I'm taking a look at another, what's considered to be one of the greatest isometric games on the Spectrum. Now, I remember this being a lot better than what it is, but that's, you know, rose-tinted member-berry goggles and stuff like that. Enjoy this music, because apparently that's the only sound this game has, which I also don't remember. But in the game, you control an adventurer named Isvar on his quest to find the Book of Light, which allows him to escape the castle of Ars. That's it. Big story. I'm sure there was a bigger story in the instruction manual, and I could probably have looked it up on World Spectrum, but you know, what are you gonna do? So anyway, this is an isometric action adventure puzzle solving game, and it was developed by a guy called Bo Zhangborg, and it was developed using, because he came up with his own engine to kind of, you know, replicate what the Ultimate did with Filmation, because obviously at this point, that was the, you know, the standard. Thank you, noisy motorbike bastard. Apologies for the background noise, I do live on the busy road in the West Country. That's with double glazing as well, and there's no bloody sound in this game, but I had to play it. But yeah, so that was the point everyone was trying to achieve, you know, then, which is to replicate Ultimate play the game success with, you know, their games, and particularly that engine. So he came up with his own engine, which was called, I can't remember what it's called, World Maker, and he used a development tool called Grax, which he had also had a hand in creating, and that's what it feels like. I don't want to sound like I'm rubbishing it, because I'm not. That's what it very much feels like, a game that was written using a tool, like, you know, there was a tool, wasn't there, for making 3D games, isometric games. Yeah, there were a few of them, so that, yeah, you'll see what I mean. Now, it has interesting elements, which is the number of things you carry, dependent upon their shape, size and weight, will affect the other things that you can carry. I have no idea what you need to do or how you use them or anything like that, but I had to have a little look at this game. I believe there's a sequel called Fairlight, well, no, there's a sequel called Fairlight 2, which didn't he, Zhangborg, he started writing and then they published it anyway after letting him go, something like that. I may have done a gameplay of it and I may explain that in it. Anyway, this got absolutely banging reviews from all the usual suspects back in the day. We're talking single user classics and crash smashes. Don't know what it got on the Amstrad or the Commodore 64. Anyway, you ready for this? Right, so Y and P is right and left. Y2P. H to enter would also be the same thing. Q to T, and A to G is up and down. I put your head into isometric, you know, space, and you'll see what I mean. Space is jump, B to M is fight, X to V is pick, caps and Z, almost said Z then, shame on me, is drop, and then 1 to 5 objects, and then 6 to 7 is use. So 1 to 5 means you cycle through your objects, and then 6 to 7 would be whatever object is in that slot you use. I think I'm not playing this on joystick because I can't be bothered to get it and plug it in, so I'm playing this on my retro games, the Spectrum. So come with me as we fumble through the world of Fairlight, a prelude. Bosh. Right, so right, left, space is jump, X is pick up, got that, Z is drop, pick it up, right, and so then you cycle through the objects. Got it, get it, got them, gone, good. And then we run this way. It seems to take time to to flip between screens, and then all suddenly, because there's nothing on this screen, I speed up and I go Harry Clappers. It's nice graphics. It's not amazing graphics. I'm assuming that somewhat limits the size, or the graphics that can be used is dependent upon the size of the game, which is pretty big. I can jump because of course I can, and yeah. So like I said, do you see what I mean? It feels like a game that was created using a utility. You can leave some screens by the border, not all of them. There's nothing to really indicate what ones. Oh, you fucker, do that. My life is in the bottom left hand corner. Move up. Right, I'm gonna have to kill him, which is M. These keys are not nice keys. Look at this. Breaking the law, breaking the law. You can see my health pissing down even though I'm attacking him. Right, so he's dead. His helmet, awkward, still hurts me, or my life. Right, am I gonna have to? Right, so we press 2, space 2, X, we pick it up. So we're going to space 3. Now you'll see helmets again, awkward, and they will. There you go. Generate enemy. I don't know how we replenish our health. I know that everything takes it down. There's no excuse for no sound. Also notice that as soon as there's got that flame on the wall going Harry Clappers, as soon as there's a lot of stuff on the screen, whether it's objects, items, enemy, then the game speed or the frame rate, is that even the right descriptive term for a game this old, takes an absolute hammering, as you can see here. Or sure. But like I said, it's big and it's grand in vision. And it got epic reviews, and we had a copy of it as kids, and we, well, much like Nightlaw, which this is far more open than, but that's clearly the better game. Yeah, I would just fumble around. Right, so 1 and then 6. Okay, that potion took me back, Shah. That could be a problem. Can I get in Shah? No, it's locked. Oh, now I've pissed him off and he's following me. Run! Run away! Run away! Yeah, no excuse for... Look at that! Red Bull gives you wings. 4, no sound. I mean, is this not the 128? Because there was a 128K version. Is this not that version? Am I confused? It's all very confusing. Possibly, but he's a bit stilted going up the stairs, isn't he? But again, also for me, like, I don't want to sound like I'm moaning. Just because of the way I said it, feels like it's put together in an application. It's 1985. Was this the second isometric game on the Spectrum after Nightlaw? And it works. I think this game sold 50,000 plus copies, which is a big deal. Like, look, it's a fucking Ewok. Run! Run! Oh, definitely run. In Shah? No, it's locked. Out Shah? Yeah. Nope, locked. Got the helmet? Right, 6. Oh, it's in number 2, so I press 7. Which, thank you, secondary noisy motorbike bastard. Right, so I don't know how to use stuff. I'm sure that if I read the instructions, that it might be an indication of what the, thank you, third noisy motorbike bastard, what the objects and icons do, or, look at this. Right, we want to get on Shah. So we press space. We press space again. I mean, 4th. Everyone's a noisy motorbike bastard. Right. Right, X. Right, it's a chicken? It's a chicken. So, 6. Right, it didn't do anything for my health, did it? Right, we're getting out of here. So, it just feels a little bit clunky. It's basically... Nightlaw feels like the finished package. This feels a little rough around the edges. A little beta, if you will. I keep forgetting. Hey! I got a duck. I'm not sure what that does. Did it say that? I may have misread the instructions for, you know, doing stuff. Actions. There you go, but slow down, Ewok. Right. This would be, I would drop objects and I would stand on the objects to jump up and get that potion, whatever it is. I know that there's... I'm going to try and kill him, which isn't going to happen, is it? Especially if I'm pressing the wrong bloody key. But yeah, I'm assuming that that's some sort of death and you need to use magic or... Don't know. So let's see if I can find... I want to say I've definitely been outside before, but I might be confusing my memories of this with Fairlight 2. So enter. I'll definitely have you again though. Get in, Shah. I'm going to have to kill him, aren't I? I don't think I can kill the bubble. The fact that the bubble's transparent is cool. I mean, is that a thing that was difficult to do? I don't think I've seen it in Ultimate games. By all means, correct me if I'm wrong. But, oh wait, don't care. No! That's cool. Physics. Ish. Kind of. Don't know. Run away from the little spawning man. So like I said, maybe it's just me being judgmental, but if you look at it, while it's impressive that it's in 3D, it's no filmation game, is it? Really. But again, bigger in scope, trying to do different things. Can I go and cheer? Yes. Do I want to go? Oh! Look, there's a crown up there. I'm assuming I would be able to get to that if I... Well, don't know. How much stuff would I have to have in my pockets? Seriously, motorbikes? Get a fucking room. Yoink! Well, it's not their fault this game's got no sound. Again, that's weak. Maybe this is the 48K version. It's locked. Run away. Waist-length capes are stupid, Ishvar. Do you know that? You look like a fucking bell end. Why am I something strangely familiar about all this? If I just retrace my steps, does one part of the game just literally connect you back to another part of the game that you've already been through? Was there a helmet out here? Out here, I mean. Yes, he's regenerated, but I don't know what's going on. Don't, oh, you piss off. There's no point in me fighting them because the amount of damage I take when I fight them is pretty much akin to me trying to avoid them. I.e., there's no point. There's some sort of, you know, intelligence is a very strong descriptive term, but enemy AI going on? I just wish it had sound. I just wish it had music. It just feels like a very empty experience with no sound whatsoever. They remind me of the adventure game when they had to walk across the grid at the end. Who remembers that? Right. I wanted to see if one of those health thingies, oh sorry, health bottles was containing health and would help me. Right. I don't have anything. Once if let's try magic again, see if it does take me back. It does. This game certainly likes this part of the game, doesn't it? Weird. So yeah, I'm not doing this game any justice with my gameplay. I am very much aware of that. But like I said, it's generally considered to be one of the best, if not isometric games on the Spectrum, arcade adventure games on the Spectrum. And it has a vast world. It is a fine barn, English, but sure is no pool. Points for the quote. No one's got that one yet. I've been saying that one for about fucking 11 years. It's a dead end, isn't it, again, if I go through the hole? Well, that seemed to work. a little bit better. Ewok? No, different screen. Excuse me. Hey, I got by him. And by that I mean I didn't take any damage. So... No, actually, no, I'm not going to do that way. I'm going to go this way. What alerts them? So what is it? I don't know. They seem to be minding... Oh, shit! Oh, look, Harry Clapper's again. Minding their own business. And then, even though they're facing the other way, when you try and run away, or cross the path, sorry, they suddenly realise you're there. Everyone's locking their doors. It's almost as if this town is not safe. Right, well, you heard that. I'd say you're hammering, but I don't know if you could hear the rubber keys. Seems a bit hit or miss on when you fight them, whether or not it takes damage. This is going to end in tears, isn't it? How do I get more health? Run. Just, you could, just some AY chick goodness would be lovely. But you couldn't, could you? You would not let it lie. Right, 6. Yeah, that's health. Don't push the table under. Oh, you bastard. I keep pressing the wrong key. I'm wedged. I'm fucked. Because the key selection choices are fucking stupid. Well, that was a... Oh! Pointless alley. Oh, he's on 5! Live block. Why am I blocked? Oh, yeah. Because... them. Well, there you go. Fairlight. A prelude on the ZX Spectrum. I got lost in this for hours as a kid, but that was like most sort of isometric games, and most games in general, I didn't know what I was doing. I would just wander around aimlessly, like a spacker. But, and there goes the dog. Everyone loves noise, don't they? But, yeah, it just feels a little rough and unfinished and very much like it was written in an application compared to Nightlord. But don't let the fact that I don't know what I'm doing, like I'm crap at it, put you off. Apparently this is an absolute banger, which is why I had to revisit it. Anyway, as always, I love to know things, especially if you played this back in the day, and I would like some pointers on this one if you know any. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.